Continuing to look at the StormFang, now it's time to build the sponsons, the side weapons, and there's a rotating piece with the sponson. You're basically going to take this at the opening, and this piece here fits in like so, and then we're going to close that off so that the sponson can move. But I want to be able to choose which weapon is going to go in here at any particular time, and in order to do that, I need to again apply the magnets. I've done that with another piece already just to show you what it's going to look like, and here you can see the magnets, and I can take Melta, for example, it's the Melta piece, and put that in. You get that nice gratifying click. So we're going to do the same thing here, and what I've done is I've already drilled 2 pilot holes here. There were already indents as to where you'd be fitting in the weapon pieces. So you can see here there are 2 posts, and there were 2 posts there, so all I did was bore those out. What I'm going to do is make these wider. Again, I'm using 2mm magnets, so I'm going to grab my bit, and this part's actually pretty easy because I've already got the hole there. That's evident where I need to get the circle placed. Okay, there's my first hole. See how quick that was. Do the second one. Turn that through, and I pull back. This one here's got a lot of groove, so if I twist, it'll just keep pushing all the way through, which is why I pulled back to get the plastic material cut and pulled out. Now to put the magnets in, again you got to make sure you have the correct polarity. So I'm going to take a Melta that I've already done and has the correct polarity, and I'm going to do a test fit. No problem, lots of room. Let's do this. Grabbing my super glue. Okay. And then get the magnet into the hole. Okay, as you can see, I've got the magnet in. Now it's not exactly flush, so I'm going to take my handy popsicle stick here because it's not magnetic. Just get that nice and smooth in here. Alright, not too bad. Okay. So we got that ready, and of course you do the other side. Just to save a little bit of time, I'm going to work on getting the weapons ready. Now, I've already done all the Meltas. What I'm going to show you is, so this is, there are 2 other options. This is the twin linked heavy bolter. There are 2 of these. So I've already done, well, 7 others. So I've got here, there's the magnet already in. Let's do it for this one. First thing you'll notice is that we've got that piece to fit in. If you weren't magnetizing, that's going to have to go. So we take our clippers, clip that off, all set. And the nice thing about it is you got a nice white area that tells you here's exactly where you need to drill. So I'm going to start with the pilot hole. Okay, so I've got guidance. Take my 2mm bit, bore the rest out. Okay, let's test that depth. Now, to test the depth with the correct polarity, what we're going to need to do is take an existing side sponson. Just did. I'll take an older one. Get the correct polarity. Okay, so now we know that the weapon has to fit here. Let's do a test fit. Perfect. Alright, so take some of my super glue. Okay, so let's get the super glue on. Okay. Alright. Insert the magnet, pushed away a little bit while holding the stack. And again, what I'm doing is pushing it in and then pushing sideways to get the magnet off by leaving one in. Takes a little bit of practice, but once you get it down, it's pretty quick. Next, we're going to move on to the missiles. And again, right away, you'll notice that it's got two pegs here that we'll have to clip off. So again, take our clippers, clip that off. Now, first instinct, and one of the mistakes I made was to drill again where the posts were. However, if you do that on the other side, you're going to end up coming up a little bit out here, and that's not good. You want that to be within these cones. So this time, when you drill, do your pilot hole above the line, so that what you're trying to do is line up the hole with the middle of the cone. Okay, so I'm going to be a little bit more cautious here. I'm going to check periodically, make sure I've got that relatively in line. If you do find that it's a little bit off, you can start another hole, or you can drill a little bit at an angle. And this is just a pilot hole. It's not going to be where it's finally placed, so it doesn't have to be perfect. Alright. So I got my pilot. This time, however, because the cone is small, I'm not going to be able to use 2mm magnets. So instead, I've got smaller, I believe these are 1.5, halfway through. So they won't fit into the pilot hole. However, I do have another bit that I can use that will fit. I don't have a pin vise set up for this, but I can still do it by hand. This one doesn't have to go quite as deep, which is good. Okay, let's do a test fit. A tiny bit more. Okay. Test fit. Perfect. Okay, take our super glue. Won't need as much super glue either because it's a smaller magnet. There we are. Take our weapon. And again, I'm going to leave that last magnet in the hole and shear the rest off. And see, now you can tell it's not level at all. Thankfully, well, my fingers aren't magnetic, so I can place that in, and there you go. And just to show you how that will fit, here's one I've already done the magnets for. And even though the magnets aren't quite lined up with the ones inside the sponson, it fits well. And there you go. Hope this video has been helpful, and I'll be posting a couple more as I continue to work on the project.